This is video 13 for geometry, and we're going to be talking about triangles today. And we're going to learn how to classify triangles by their sides and their angles, and we're going to be looking at properties of isosceles and equilateral triangles. So first of all, when we classify triangles, remember this sign right here, the equal sign with the squiggle, means congruent, which means they are the same size. All right, so looking at stuff, we can classify triangles by their sides. So an isosceles triangles means that two sides are congruent. Okay, an equilateral means all sides are congruent. And then a scalene triangle means no sides are congruent. So we can always classify triangles by their sides. Do they have two sides the same, all three sides the same, or no sides the same? We can also classify by their angle. If you have a right triangle, we have one 90-degree angle. If we have an obtuse triangle, we have one angle, and that would be bigger than 90 degrees. And an acute angle means we have three angles, and those are smaller than 90 degrees. And so when we classify, we can actually classify by both. I can have a scalene right triangle, or an isosceles acute, or an equilateral acute, or a obtuse scalene. So we can use those together or even just apart. So looking at an isosceles triangle, two sides are congruent, and those are called the legs. All right, and so we use those tick marks to show that those are congruent, and these are all isosceles triangles, just showing how they can look. The non-congruent side is called the base. So the shorter side is our base, and the two angles that form that are called base angles, and those are also congruent. We also have the vertex, and that is at the top of our two congruent sides, and our vertex isn't congruent to anything else. So that's our isosceles triangle. And then our equilateral triangle. All sides are the same. So equal means obviously equal, and lateral is sides. So we have equal sides. So all of our sides are the same, and these two bullet points say that all of our angles will be the same. So if a triangle is an equilateral, then it is an acute triangle. So if it's equilateral, it is also acute. And if a triangle is equilateral, then it is equal angular, which means it has the same angle. And if we know that triangles add up to 180 degrees, and so we would divide that 180 by 3. So equilateral triangles have degrees of 60 in each one, because that's the only one that I can divide evenly into 180 and all three of these would be the same. So equilateral, all the sides are the same, and all of our angles are the same, and our angles are 60. Isosceles, two sides are the same, and the two base angles are equal. All right, so this was just our short video over classifying triangles.